Right, hey guys, how are we doing? Back on another video from Mother's Basement, and today we are checking out Chainsaw Man is Underhyped, actually. I'm hoping this is going to be the video that actually makes me read this. I've had this, volume 1 of Chainsaw Man, for a while now, and I just, for some reason, haven't read it. I mean, I have been reading One Piece a lot. I'm on volume 66 within like a month, so, you know. But yeah, I saw the trailer for the anime, looks boss. I am kind of waiting for the anime, but I'm guessing this is going to be a don't wait for the anime, read the manga kind of video. So yeah, let's just get into it. Because he has been bigging up Chainsaw Man for a while now. I'm sure he's mentioned it in a couple of other videos in the past, so let's see. Yeah. This looks class.
Read Chainsaw Man.
Oh, damn, okay. Here we go.
You're waiting to watch
Yeah,
Chainsaw
here we are,
Man.
yeah.
But before you do that, as soon as humanly possible, you specifically need to read Chainsaw Man, the manga.
Right.
I'm sure the anime will be great. Best of the year. Talked about for decades.
It does look
to define
amazing.
An entire new generation of anime fans the same way Attack on Titan did.
Oof.
Grew to such a staggering scale that it completely eclipses the humble little horror manga from which it sprang, and half the works that inspired that. Becomes so ubiquitous and widely praised.
He's
within
really
pop
hyped
culture
by
that
it.
People who haven't seen it hate it on reflex. Celebrity endorsements, the works. The professional hitmakers at Shueisha have studied the surprise success of Attack on Titan intently ever since the pitch for it slipped through their over-sanitized, kid-friendly fingers. And their marketing and merchandising partners are ready to replicate that success. Demon Slayer was just the beginning. Mark my words, this is the new face of Adult Swim. The source material was
I suppose, yeah, Adult Swim would really go for that, yeah.
Built for American audiences, and while MAPPA is a dehumanizing nightmare sweatshop art factory, they sure do know how to allocate production resources to important marketing assets and create a sizzle reel. Series director Ryu Nakayama appears to have learned a lot about battle anime from his work on Jujutsu Kaisen episodes. Gachamon crowds and Monster Musume's Tatsuya Yoshihara should bring the right kind of fun, zany energy to animating its fights. They got Devilman Crybaby's character designer to bring the demons to life, and Vinland Saga's art director working on the
that looks so good.
Oh, and Kensuke Ushio, Masaki Yuasa, and
visually, Vinland Saga
go-to composer. Also, he did Space Dandy, is doing the music.
Well, there's a lot of cool people involved.
On shit they really give a shit about. Assuming MAPPA doesn't grind them into dust, it's a guaranteed no-contest anime of the year clincher, unless they drop Chainsaw Man in 2021 against the equally peak fiction Odd Taxi and End of Attack on Titan, which has just all the hype ever behind it. It's gonna be a bloodbath at the Crunchyroll Awards.
Damn.
But I digress. Point is, Chainsaw Man is gonna be the hottest thing since Faye Valentine. So, standard procedure. Get ready to be forced to have an opinion on it, and it better be a good opinion, because if you say this show is overrated, I will have to give you a very stern look. In exactly the same way that I'd do that if you said the same thing about Citizen Kane, The Sistine Chapel, Mob Psycho 100, or John Carpenter's
The Thing, such a good film.
It doesn't have to be everyone's thing, but have some fucking respect for the classics. Sorry.
That film's amazing, by the way.
The reason I have gathered you all here today is to take a second before the chainsaw storm really descends upon us, and this anime eclipses all that has come before it, to appreciate the manga on which Chainsaw Man is based. Because that manga specifically is based, and is exactly what I'm talking about when I make the not at all hyperbolic comparison to The Sistine Chapel and Odd Taxi.
Odd Taxi is so good. If you're not seeing it, check it out.
So good. You look at art and the world in general. And with the Shonen Jump app going for just $2 a month, Chainsaw Man is even more accessible than either of those other culture-defining masterpieces. Wow, Jeff, you're doubling down even harder on being wrong than you did with Recreate. Firstly, that is a classic. I will have my vindication with a video essay.
Really?
But I kind of need someone who actually went to college and read Nietzsche instead of getting a game design diploma and digesting him through JRPGs and anime villain speeches to help me write it. So, fellow YouTubers, you like Recreators and want a collab, hit me up.
That's brilliant.
More importantly, I am not jumping the gun devil on this. this, not even remotely. Chainsaw Man is finished. It will continue eventually, but a complete
it's like a different...
has already been told in the 97 chapters.
Yeah, it's like a different story, isn't it? Set within thing that started again.
Spending a year
So that is interesting, actually, because then the anime just really knows where it's going straight away from the get-go.
Because, frankly, its greatness kind of intimidates me. I am certain about this. Chainsaw Man isn't just a great manga, it is peak fiction.
Oh god, he's really going in on this.
Of the Tankobon/Jump periodical Buffalo is used to assist in telling its story and communicating its themes.
Right.
It treats no subject matter as taboo while exploring mundane modern fears like debt, slavery, capitalist alienation, and the thought that you might die without ever touching a titty through a powerful lens of surreal apocalyptic horror with lesbian orgies and Halloween,
Where's that?
but also
oh god.
a deal of fun shonen punch.
Where's that?
Because it's also a story about a guy with chainsaws for everything called Chainsaw
Man.
who goes vroom when you pull the ripcord.
Yeah, that does seem cool.
Turning giant bat monsters into blood pinatas with the help of his best friends, Serious Simp, and the greatest being to ever grace you mere mortals with her presence. Bow before power and buy her merchandise.
Wow, she does look cool.
I take out my wallet. Oh, hey, here's a series. That's right. In response to this anime being announced, I decided to start reading the manga again.
Nice. Oh, so it's that good. Damn.
I couldn't be more stoked for it, but I also couldn't wait for it. In fact, I'm probably going to read it again.
Oh, damn, that good. Jesus Christ.
The original manga is really just that fucking good. It's a convention-defying work of literature that expands the boundaries of comic books.
Whoa!
Storytelling is a tradition.
That's cute.
Not to mention graphic design and pop art in general as disciplines. Series creator Tatsuki Fujimoto's commitment to excellence and experimentation in form is evident from the very first fight in the series. Look at the way that sound effects are used to create a feeling of 3D depth. And
I do like stuff like that. That's cool.
Panels, like a bass drop mixed with a fast zoom. And in the incredibly creative spread that caps the whole thing off, Chainsaw Man's arm simultaneously rams through the zombie devil's eye and slices downward to tear his face in half after the fact. The break in the page connecting the same object from the same perspective into different moments in time. The Chainsaw Man manga is a rad-ass grindhouse action flick that's also a shonen
they do different. They use the panels in a creative way.
It's also a moody art house psychological
Oda does it with One Piece in places, doesn't he?
Also the posters for all of those things, and also some classic paintings sometimes. I don't even know if that sentence will make sense to anyone who hasn't read it yet, but I honestly can't think of a better, at least non-spoilery way to describe it. If you're just expecting
Jujutsu
Chainsaw Man to be bloody or zany or Jujutsu Kaisen, well, yes,
is
but
it?
Actually, no.
Oh.
It's unlike anything else that's ever been published in Shonen Jump or
unlike anything else ever.
Fujimoto's previous manga, Fire Punch, serialized online through the permissive Jump Plus platform, asked some really important questions like, what if Wolverine was a post-apocalyptic incest cannibal and also on fire forever? What if there was a different Wolverine?
That is an interesting
and only
question.
his middle fingers are the claws. And how many people would you murder to watch the next Star Wars? Not only did Shueisha pick up after it ended, and boy, did it ever end, they were like, let's give this man a primetime slot in the world's premier children's magazine.
Okay.
And Fujimoto was like, okay, warm-up's done. Let's get real with this next one. So we get a manga where the main character is hacked to pieces and hucked in a dumpster in the very first chapter.
Oh god, okay.
Kind of keeps escalating in terms of general insanity from there, with a power system where a devil's strength is directly proportional to how much the public fears.
Oh wow, there's that first monster.
And the kind of reality-breaking apocalyptic anime nonsense that lesser shonen fare would save for their finales quickly becomes basic villain of the week shit. You can draw parallels between Chainsaw Man and pretty much every great manga of the last century. It's got the punk seinen spirit of Kaiji, the reality warping art and action of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the soft feels of a good shoujo thing, the incredible
the soft feels of a shoujo thing,
something like 20th Century Boys, the furiously horny yet darkly poignant sensibilities of a Go Nagai original, and even Junji Ito's distinctive ability to brand an image of white-hot fear into the depths of your amygdala with the turn of a page. And still, I'm just scratching the surface of this thing. Fujimoto's mastery of panel flow and page composition is self-evident from Chapter 1. His experiments in style and formatting consistently pay off to create some of the most unique and striking scenes in this medium or any other. He breaks every shonen manga mold while somehow delivering every
that was very Resident Evil-esque.
scheduled in the shonen battle formula
like
at
Nemesis then for a minute.
precisely the right moment. And he's funny as shit. Like, goddamn, Chainsaw Man has easily a top 5 nutshot gag.
Really?
And that competition is even fiercer than the could they beat Goku bracket. There are moments, images, and ideas from this series that I have been thinking about non-stop since I read them. Its themes, its story structure, and especially its ending have twisted the way I look at other anime and manga, and reality in general a little bit. I don't expect everything to be like Chainsaw Man. Honestly, I don't think anything else could be.
Right.
And I don't necessarily think it's better than the other Shonen Jump heavy hitters like Hiroaka, One Piece, Black Clover, Demon Slayer, and Jujutsu Kaisen, just because it's less constrained by genre conventions and social taboos than there are. There's a lot of different ways that manga can be good. What I mean when I say that Chainsaw Man is a different beast from everything else in Shonen Jump is merely that commentary on real-world horrors like starvation, child predation.
Oh, okay. So like, actually, it's like it's not just horror anyway, but like has a lot of real-world stuff going on at the same time.
Getting hit in the balls is a far
That is not a nice sensation, yeah.
pulpy conflicts of something like Black Clover or Hiroaka, or even the socio-political allegory of The Promised Neverland and One Piece. Even Death Note, a similarly intricate, self-contained
One Piece does touch on a lot of like different class like relations and stuff, man. Spado Archipelago? Jeez. The Celestial Dragons? Nah, I like them.
Is the story's focus. Every one of those other manga I just mentioned is built in one way or another around the build-up to and spectacular execution of conflicts between superhumanly impressive individuals, be they mind games or magic wrestling matches. Battles drive the story in battle mangas. That's why they call them that. Whereas in Chainsaw Man, while the battles are awesome, fighting is kinda just Denji's day job, the thing he has to do to live the life that the story is really about. Many of the biggest threats aren't even built up to, they just pop in out of the blue with zero warning. In a sense, Chainsaw Man is really a sitcom about 3 weird roommates who learn to get along despite their vast differences.
They're arguing about the toilet, that's amazing. And then demons just pop out of nowhere. Cool.
Not unlike how Tokyo Ghoul, the manga, not the butchered anime adaptation, is more a drama about the struggle to learn about, acclimate to, and ultimately change for the better life as a ghoul in a human city than it is a series of street brawls with big bad monster men and scary police.
Tokyo Ghoul anime was disappointing,
though. Those things do drive the story at times, but they're not the only driving force behind it. Rather, they add gritty, violent texture to the bigger world that it's about.
I do like the art style. It does look absolutely class.
So his journey through his world is more coming of age than adult self-actualization, but both are equally prone to quoting other great works of literature and art as they tell their stories, like Kafka's Metamorphosis and Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, or Junji Ito's Gyo, Gareth Edwards' The Raid 2, and Anthony C. Ferrante's Sharknado. Credit goes to
Yeah,
Soundtrack on
Sharknado.
Twitter for cataloging all those references in a great, if very spoilery thread. Once you've already read the manga, and only if you have, give that a read too.
Okay, so once
if,
this...
after everything I've said, you're still in the reading is for nerds camp.
Not at all, not at all.
If you still need convincing of the transcendent genius of this manga, then look no further than Power, the waifu who will be on the tip of everyone's lips for the rest of time once the anime airs. Shit, she's already all over Twitter and Pixiv and Reddit, and with good reason. Ask anyone who's read Chainsaw Man, and they will tell you what a delight her character is.
Yeah,
And
she looks
that
very
character,
delightful.
your new sexy demon anime girlfriend was inspired by Eric Cartman and Walter from The Big Lebowski.
What?
Your mind recoils from this knowledge. How, you wonder?
Yeah.
That goes against everything you thought you knew about waifus. There's no way she wouldn't be terrible, and yet the proof is in the simping. You need but read, and you will know.
My god.
Okay, I've made the case in as many ways as I possibly can without spoiling some of the greatest surprises in all of fiction that Chainsaw Man is a must-read manga of the highest order, equal in its
Okay,
status
got it.
as essential
20 minutes later, I get it.
literature to Watchmen, Berserk, Mouse, and Uzumaki. It deserves, nay, demands to be experienced in its original form. But don't worry. Doing so will not ruin your anime viewing experience. That's impossible.
Okay.
It's even better the second time through, and trust me, even better the fourth. Anyone
Fourth.
who is alive right now and doesn't read Chainsaw Man before they're not will have led an incomplete life. I
Damn.
don't know if you've noticed,
Damn.
but Ocean's been doing some anime finale shit.
Water in the fire. Why?
That was scary.
Water in the fire. Why?
So maybe get on that now. Actually, I don't need existential threats.
That was
Just
like real life
ask
stuff.
anyone
That was
who's already
scary.
read Chainsaw Man, and they'll tell you that they're kicking themselves for every day that they didn't read Chainsaw Man. I mean, I don't have that problem because I was a fan of Fire Punch before it was cool.
Damn, you're
I
so
started
cool.
reading Chainsaw Man
Oof.
as soon as it debuted, but like,
Oof.
I do feel for all of you lesser beings.
Oh.
Alright, one more thing once you have
Oh.
read Chainsaw Man. Look, I've been itching to talk about why Makima is basically the best example of love interest writing in any piece of fiction ever since the series ended last year. I don't think this video is the right place for it, but I condensed my analysis into a 3-minute TikTok linked below.
Oh, that's
so
brilliant.
Watch that if you want to better understand the inner workings of this manga's godly writing. Also, follow
So
me
Mother's
on there if
Basement
you
is on
wanna see
TikTok
more,
now.
like,
Interesting.
Analytical pieces about anime and other stuff that I can't really justify playing algorithm roulette with. Like, I did some analysis of the Promised Neverland OP. Plus, there's other fun things on there. TikTok is a variety show.
That's
I'm
quite
Jeff
interesting.
Dew, professional shitbag, signing out.
From my mother's basement. You know what? I think I might read this. It does seem quite interesting. You went completely all in. And do you know what? It probably would be cool to just read this before the anime comes out, because then I can make comparisons as well. I'll know, yeah, changes and things. Because obviously everyone's going to be talking about it as it's coming out, so be part of the conversation. Thank you, Jeff. You've convinced me to read at least volume 1. Some interesting comparisons as well. Like, damn, you went really all in. Plus, apparently my life will not be complete if I don't read it, so I guess I'll have to. So, shout out to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of every video I upload, the link is in the description to the Patreon page. $1 a month is all I ask to help support the channel. Greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for that. And thank you guys very much for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know what I should watch and discuss in future videos. And I'll see you guys next time.